For thousands of years, the great empires ruled the galaxy without fear. They controlled countless stars, planets, and billions of lives. These empires were strong. They had large fleets of powerful warships. Their soldiers were trained and ready for battle at any time. Everyone in the galaxy knew their names and feared them, but none of them thought much about Earth. Earth was a small blue planet, far from the center of the galaxy. No empire cared much about it. They thought humans were weak and simple. Humans had no big ships, no advanced weapons. They were just one small race living quietly on their planet. But everything was about to change. One day, at the edge of known space, a strange signal appeared on the Empire's radar. It was unlike anything they had seen before. A large fleet of ships was moving slowly but surely toward the galaxy's center. The ships were unlike any known design. They were sleek and fast, but also heavily armored. The ships carried the human flag. The Empires watched in silence. Many leaders laughed. Humans, what can they do? They are just primitive, said one Empire commander. But others felt a strange chill. This was not normal. No human ship had ever crossed into space like this before. The fleet moved closer. It was clear the humans were not just exploring. They had a purpose. The Empires began sending spies and scouts to find out more. But every time they tried, the humans disappeared. Their technology was strange and hard to track. The humans did not send any messages or requests. They did not try to talk or negotiate. They simply arrived and stayed in the quiet edge of space. The Empires grew nervous. No one knew what humans wanted or why they suddenly appeared with so many ships. Inside the human command ship, the captain watched the galaxy with calm eyes. He knew their mission was important. For centuries, humans had prepared for this moment in secret. They had built new weapons, trained new soldiers, and created new ships. Now, it was time to show the galaxy their true strength. The captain looked at the stars and said quietly, "They have ignored us for too long. Now, they will learn." Back in the Empire's council chambers, leaders held meetings day and night. They debated what to do. Some wanted to attack the human fleet immediately. Others said it was better to watch and wait. No one knew what humans were capable of. One Empire leader, an old and wise man, warned the others. Humans are different. They have fought many wars on their planet. They do not fear death like we do. Underestimate them, and it will be your last mistake. But many ignored his warning. They still saw humans as weak. Suddenly, the humans made their first move. They sent a small ship to a nearby uninhabited planet. The ship landed and began building a base quickly and silently. No one stopped them. This was the first sign that humans were serious. They were not here for peace talks. They were here to claim space. The Empires grew restless. Their spies reported strange weapons on the human ships. Weapons that could destroy entire fleets in minutes. Weapons that no empire had seen before. The suspense grew. No one knew what humans would do next. The galaxy waited in silence, watching the quiet arrival of a power no one had expected. One night, in a dark room far from Earth, an Empire general looked at the human fleet on his screen. His hands shook. This is not a simple race. They have power we cannot understand. And then the message came. A single broadcast from the human fleet, sent to every empire. It was short but clear. We come not to beg or ask. We come to protect what is ours. Step back or be destroyed. The galaxy fell silent again. Every empire felt the weight of those words. The moment humans revealed their true military power had begun. And every empire took a step back. The galaxy was still trying to understand the sudden arrival of the human fleet. No one knew what they wanted or what they would do next. The empires watched nervously as humans quietly built their base on the empty planet. But humans did not waste time waiting. Suddenly, The silence was broken. One morning, the Empire's leaders received a strange message from the humans. It was not a demand or a threat. It was a warning. A small human ship was moving toward a planet that belonged to one of the oldest empires in the galaxy. This planet was important. It had many resources and a large population. The Empire had protected it for centuries. The human ship did not ask permission to enter. It did not send diplomats. It simply came. The Empire's commanders ordered their fleet to intercept the human ship. They wanted to stop it before it landed. But the humans were faster and smarter. They avoided the Empire's warships with ease. The small human ship landed on the planet quietly, in a hidden location. It started sending signals, scanning the planet and its defenses. The Empire was angry. They sent a warning message to the humans. Leave now, or we will attack. The humans did not answer. Hours later, the Empire's surveillance ship suddenly stopped working. It was far from the planet, watching the skies. Without warning, a missile flew from the human base. It hit the surveillance ship, destroying it. Instantly. No human ship appeared. No warning was given. Just one sudden, deadly strike. The Empire was shocked. This was the first warning shot the other empires heard about the attack immediately. They were surprised and scared. Humans had never used such powerful weapons before. No one knew how they had made them. Inside the human command ship, the captain was calm. He watched the news from the empires with a steady gaze. We do not want war, he said quietly to his officers. But if they try to stop us, they will learn the cost. The humans sent a clear message to the galaxy. We are not weak. We are ready to fight. The empires started to change their minds about humans. No longer were they seen as simple or weak. They were dangerous. An empire general said, "We must be careful. This is not just a warning, it is a promise." The humans began to move more ships closer to the contested planet. Their soldiers trained and prepared for a possible fight. But they still did not attack first. They waited and watched. The galaxy was full of tension. Other empires sent messages to each other, trying to decide what to do next. Some wanted to form alliances to fight humans together. Others thought it was better to avoid conflict and try to negotiate. But the humans made it clear they would not negotiate without respect. One day, a human ship sent a broadcast across the galaxy. The message was short and strong. We protect what is ours. Any attack will be met with force. We do not ask. We do not beg. We defend. This message spread like wildfire. Every empire knew the time for peace was ending. In the shadows, some empire leaders prepared their fleets for war. They built new weapons and trained more soldiers. They planned to stop the humans before their power grew stronger. But the humans were ready. They had spent decades preparing for this moment. Their scientists had created weapons beyond anything the empires had seen. Their soldiers were trained in new tactics and strategies. The human fleet grew larger and stronger every day. The quiet arrival had ended. The first warning shot was just the beginning. The galaxy waited, holding its breath, for what would happen next. Would the empires unite to fight the humans? Or would they step back and accept the new power rising in the stars? Only time would tell. But one thing was certain, humans were no longer weak. They were a force to be reckoned with. The galaxy was watching. After the first warning shot, everyone waited to see what the humans would do next. Many empires were still unsure. Were humans really as strong as they said? Or was it just a bluff? The answer came quickly. The humans chose a disputed planet, a place where two empires had long fought over resources. This planet was rich and valuable. Both empires had sent soldiers and ships to claim it. Now, the humans arrived. Unlike before, this time humans landed with an army, not a large one, but a small, fast, and well-trained force. They were different from any soldiers the galaxy had seen. They moved quickly, Using tactics no one expected, Empire soldiers tried to fight back. They had powerful weapons and many ships, but the humans did not fight like others. They used speed, smart moves, and technology that confused their enemies. Empire commanders watched in shock. What are these humans? How can such a small force be so strong? The humans did not just rely on weapons. They used strategy, surprise, and teamwork. Their soldiers worked as one, communicating quickly and adapting to any situation. One Empire general said, "We have trained for centuries, but humans are different. They fight like nothing we have seen." The humans set up their base on the planet quickly. They used technology that hid their position from enemy scanners. They built defenses that could stop the strongest attacks, but they did not stop there. The humans showed a new weapon, a powerful energy cannon. This weapon could destroy enemy ships from far away. When the humans fired it for the first time, entire enemy fleets were destroyed in minutes. The empires were terrified. How did they create such a weapon? They asked. Where did they get this power? The humans kept their secrets. They never showed all their cards. But the message was clear. Humans were no longer a small race to ignore. As battles continued, the humans showed their real strength. They were not just soldiers or ships. They were fighters with a will to win. Empire spies tried to learn more about human technology. They captured a few human soldiers, but even prisoners spoke of a united human spirit and advanced training. One captured soldier said, "We fight for our home. We protect what is ours. We will never give up." The empires began to fear more than just weapons. They feared the humans' determination. The humans' unseen strength was not just their technology or tactics. It was their heart and courage. Every battle made humans stronger. Every victory made their enemies respect them more. The galaxy began to change. The once quiet humans were now a powerful force. Some empires started secret talks. They wanted peace with humans. Others prepared for more war. The humans watched all this quietly. Their leaders said, "We do not want war, but we will fight to protect our future." The empires knew one thing for sure. Humans had changed the game. They had shown their unseen strength, and the galaxy would never be the same again. The galaxy was filled with tension. After seeing the humans' unseen strength, every empire knew something had changed. Humans were no longer a quiet planet far away. They were a growing power, a power that demanded respect. The humans sent a strong message to all empires. This was not just a warning, it was a clear demand from their large command ship. The human leaders sent a broadcast across the galaxy. The message was simple but powerful. We are here to protect our home and our future. We will not allow anyone to take what belongs to us. Respect our power or face the consequences. The broadcast shocked many. Some empires wanted to fight back immediately. Others thought it was better to talk. But everyone knew this message meant war or peace. Inside the great halls of the empire councils, debates raged day and night. The empires faced a difficult choice. Some leaders argued, "We should attack humans before they grow stronger. We cannot let them control more space." Others said, "War with humans will destroy us all. We must try to make peace." The humans watched silently. They prepared for either outcome. Their soldiers trained harder. Their ships grew bigger and stronger. Meanwhile, humans revealed more of their military power. Massive warships appeared at the edges of contested space. These ships had weapons no empire had ever seen. They could fire energy beams that cut through the strongest shields. The humans' military power was becoming impossible to ignore. Some empires grew fearful. They started secret talks to form alliances. They hoped together they could stop the humans, but humans were ready for that too. The humans sent a clear warning to these alliances: "Do not test us. We fight for what is rightfully ours. Those who attack will be destroyed. Those who listen may survive." The galaxy was at a crossroads. Some empires began to step back, reconsidering their plans. Others continued their preparations for war. The tension reached a boiling point when one empire launched a surprise attack on a small human outpost. They thought they could destroy it quickly and scare the humans, but they were wrong. The humans responded with force and precision. They destroyed the attacking ships and defended their outpost. The Empire's plan had failed. This battle was a clear message to the galaxy. Humans were not to be underestimated. The Empires felt the weight of the humans' power and determination. Leaders whispered in fear, "We must find a way to stop them, or face total destruction." But humans still offered hope. They sent messages saying they preferred peace. They wanted respect, not endless war. The humans said, "We do not want to destroy the galaxy. We want to protect it." The empires were left to decide. Would they accept the new order humans demanded, or would they continue to fight? The galaxy waited in silence. The next move was uncertain, but one thing was clear. The galactic warning had been given. The moment humans showed their power had changed everything. The galaxy was no longer the same place it once was. The galaxy held its breath. After all, the warnings and threats, the first battle was about to begin. The humans had shown their power, but now it was time to prove it in war. The empire that attacked the human outpost was furious after their failure. They gathered their strongest fleet, hundreds of warships, carrying thousands of soldiers and powerful weapons, moved toward the human base. They wanted revenge. They wanted to show the galaxy that humans could be defeated. The humans were ready. Their fleet was smaller, but their ships were faster and smarter. Their soldiers were trained to fight like no one else. Every pilot, every soldier, knew the stakes. They were fighting not just for land, but for their entire future. The battle began near a small moon orbiting a resource-rich planet, the Empires. Ships moved in tight formation, confident in their numbers and firepower. They opened fire, powerful lasers and missiles flying toward the humans, but the humans did not panic. They used new strategies that surprised their enemies. Their ships moved quickly, dodging attacks with ease. Their pilots communicated perfectly, working as a team. The humans fired back with energy beams and missiles of their own. Their weapons were powerful and precise. They targeted enemy ships one by one, destroying them quickly. The Empire's fleet began to lose ships faster than they expected. Panic spread among their commanders. "How can this be? They are smaller, but stronger," one shouted. The battle moved to the planet's surface. The Empire sent ground troops to attack the human base. But humans were ready. Their soldiers used advanced weapons and tactics to stop the enemy. Human snipers, hidden in the shadows, took out key enemy leaders. Special forces used stealth to destroy enemy supply lines. Every move by the Empire was met with a smart, strong human response. The battle was fierce. Explosions lit the sky. Ships crashed. Soldiers fought with courage and fear. The humans fought not just with weapons, but with heart. They protected each other and never gave up. Their will to win was stronger than anyone had seen. After hours of fighting, the Empire's fleet was forced to retreat. They had lost many ships and soldiers. Their commanders ordered a full withdrawal. The humans had won the first battle, but the victory was not just about weapons or numbers. It was about the humans' determination and courage. They had shown the galaxy that they were not to be underestimated. After the battle, the human leaders sent a message to the galaxy. "This is only the beginning. We fight for peace, but we will defend our home with all our strength. Any who threaten us will face the same fate." The empires listened in fear. The humans had proven their power. They had shown no mercy, but also no cruelty beyond what was needed. The first battle changed everything. The galaxy now knew humans were real warriors. Some empires began to plan new strategies. Others thought about peace talks. The future was uncertain, but one thing was sure. The quiet humans had become a powerful force. The first battle was over, but the war was just beginning. The first battle had shocked the galaxy. The humans had won against a powerful Empire fleet. It was clear now humans were not weak. They were strong and fearless. The other empires watched the news with growing fear. Reports of the human victory spread quickly. Leaders in grand halls whispered nervously, "Humans are stronger than we ever imagined," said one. "They fight with skill and heart." Many empires began to doubt their own power. They had faced many enemies before, but none like the humans. The human strength was different. It came from a deep will to protect their home. And the Empire Council's fear grew like a shadow. Some leaders wanted to prepare for full war. They gathered fleets, built new weapons, and trained more soldiers. They wanted to be ready to fight humans if needed. Others wanted to avoid war. They sent secret messages to humans, asking for peace talks. They hoped humans would accept a deal to stop the fighting. But humans did not trust easily. Their leaders said, "We want peace, but only if we are respected. We will not bow or run." The empires were trapped between fear and hope. Some empires began to quietly form alliances. They wanted to join forces against humans. They believed that together, they could stop this new threat. The humans knew this too. They watched the alliances with caution. They prepared for any attack. In the shadows of space, humans tested their new weapons. They showed parts of their power to warn the empires. Massive warships with energy beams that could destroy entire fleets. Soldiers with armor that could resist the strongest weapons. The humans made it clear they would fight if forced, but they preferred respect and peace. Meanwhile, the empire's fear grew stronger. Some leaders held secret meetings, planning how to destroy the humans' growing power. They spoke in whispers about spies, sabotage, and surprise attacks. But the humans were not easy to fool. They caught spies trying to enter their territory. They stopped sabotage attempts before they could harm their plans. The humans showed not only strength in battle, but also wisdom and patience. One empire leader admitted quietly, "We underestimated humans. They are more than just fighters. They are smart and united." The fear of the empires turned into respect. Some even sent secret envoys to humans, hoping to learn more and build trust. But the humans stayed careful. They remembered the long years of being ignored and attacked. They knew peace must come with respect. As the galaxy waited, humans prepared quietly for what might come next. They trained harder, built better ships, and strengthened their alliances with friendly races. The empires felt the fear in their bones. They knew the time of easy victories was over. The humans had changed the balance of power. For the first time in centuries, the empires were afraid, and that fear would shape the future of the galaxy. The galaxy had changed forever. After battles, fear, and warnings, a new order was rising. The humans had shown their true power. Every empire had stepped back and took notice. The great councils of the empires met once more. This time, not to plan war, but to discuss peace. They could no longer ignore the humans. The galaxy had to find a new way to live. The human leader sent a message to all empires. "We come not as conquerors, but as protectors. We seek respect and peace. Together, we can build a future where all races live without fear." The empires listened carefully. Many were still scared, but they knew fighting humans again would lead to more destruction. It was time to change. A great meeting was held on a neutral planet. Leaders from all empires and the humans gathered. It was the first time in centuries such a meeting happened. The humans spoke with calm confidence. They explained their vision. A galaxy where power was balanced, where wars were stopped before they began, and where respect ruled. The empires agreed to new rules. They would no longer fight over small planets or resources without talks. They promised to protect each other's homes. A new alliance was born, one led by humans, but including all empires. Many were surprised by the humans' wisdom. They had fought hard, but they wanted peace more than war. They believed strength should protect, not destroy. The new galactic order was different. It was built on respect, fairness, and strength. The humans showed that power was not just weapons, but also courage and justice. Some empires still doubted at first, but as months passed, trust grew, trade routes opened, communication improved. Old enemies became partners. The humans helped rebuild planets damaged by war. They shared technology and knowledge. Slowly, the galaxy began to heal, but the humans never forgot their past. They remained strong and ready. Their fleets stayed on alert. They knew peace was fragile. In secret, the humans watched the stars. They had learned that threats could come from anywhere, so they prepared quietly, ready for any new danger. One night, as the leaders gathered to celebrate the new order, a young human officer looked at the sky. She whispered, "The galaxy is safer now, but our journey is just beginning." The new galactic order was not perfect. There were challenges ahead, but for the first time, the galaxy had hope. The humans had changed everything. They were no longer weak or ignored. They were leaders, strong, wise, and ready. And every empire knew this. To face the humans was to face the future. Hi, this story is made by a human just for fun. It's not real. All the characters and events are made up. Thanks for watching.